All eyes are on CPI as the bulls are ready for a breakout. Can they follow through, or do the bears have a trick up their sleeve? This is Invest with Jacob. Okay, guys, after a consolidation day a couple days ago, yesterday we saw the market break to the downside, then back to the upside at the close as the bulls set themselves up for a breakout. Now the question is, will they follow through, or do the bears have a trick up their sleeve as CPI comes in? I'll get into that in just 1 second, but first, if you're new here, welcome to the show, guys. My name is Jacob Gabbard, and this is Invest with Jacob, where we use Elliott Wave Theory to break down the SP500 and the NASDAQ. I highly encourage you to hit that subscribe button down below so that you can get our daily S&P updates, our trade setups, and our buy alerts. All right, guys, a lot of news before we jump into the charts. Tomorrow, or today as it is, on Wednesday, I'm going to do my live call open to the public, but it is limited to the first 250 people that sign up. I will put a link down in the description, so check that out. Click that link and you can sign right up for that live call. It is at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and you can come in and see what we talk about on that live call, go over the questions you have, go over the levels we're looking at, see how CPI affected the market. It'll be really fun to have all of you in there so you can see kind of what goes on in part of our room anyway. We also have an amazing sale going on. We launched our advanced Elliott Wave course. You guys really need to take advantage of it. I'm giving up to $80 off some of our stuff and discounts on everything we have. So check that out later in the video. That sale does end Sunday, so you need to jump in soon to take advantage of it. Now let's jump into the chart and take a look. Okay, guys, so here we are on the 1-hour futures chart for the S&P 500. We talked about this yesterday. We got the consolidation all day yesterday sideways. They tried to break down and failed the lows, and then the bulls created a nice little move up here. And that move up is set up for a breakout because we would look at this a couple of different ways. One, we would look at it as a C-wave breakout in either case, but is it going to be the overall C-wave that takes us directly to 5360 to 5400, or would it be the C of A that would take us back up toward this B-wave high, this 5310 area, potentially even the all-time high area, then give us a little B-wave pullback and then up? Will it be like that, or will it be the direct move higher? I think a lot of this will depend on the location of the chart in the morning when the CPI catalyst comes out. If they are going to take it higher, and I do say if because this is not a slam dunk, we still have paths to the low side to go over, but if they are going to take it higher and we drift up into the morning and we're already up here when CPI comes out, I could see this being A, seeing a quick spike down as we normally see, and then a move up in C very quickly to the 5360 to 5400 area. I could see that as an option. And then I could also see if they are not up there, if they trade it sideways, which is a very likely outcome, I could see them kind of trading below the pivot here and then just breaking out directly up towards the 5340 area, pulling back for a wave 4, and then completing up around 5370 to 5400 a little bit more directly. So it's going to kind of depend on the location of the chart at CPI. The closer they are to this 5310 area, the more likely I think we see a little bit of a shoot down and then up and a breakout setup here for the bulls. So that would be the primary path just based on the setup here. You got the ABC down into the area we talked about last week. They held that area. They gave us the A and B setup, which we'd be looking for in a diagonal. The question is this all of A and B, or did they need to make this A here and this B here first before we go higher? And that's really just the difference between the two bull paths. Is this going to be more of a straight line move up, as these catalysts can be sometimes, or are they maybe up closer to this 5310 area by morning, and then you see us shoot down and then shoot up like that? So I do think the bulls have the best setup here, so that is the primary path. But let's talk about the bear options as well. For the bears, off of this, you have a very clear ABC down. And this can be our A wave that we see in red here. And then we'd be looking at our B wave up. And then we'd be looking at the start of C down, where you have 1 of C and then 2 of C. And they're already all the way up to basically this B wave high. So I don't think that's going to be the case. I would much rather count this move off of this low as your B wave, but have that B wave topping in the 5290 area. So that's the 1.0 extension of this move. So if you look at this move up, so you have an A and a B, the 1.0 extension would be this 5290 area. And that's where you'd expect the bears to hold under this B wave high here, 5290, and then turn down very sharply. And if they're going to do that, we would look for them to break these lows, break through 5190, and start to sell aggressively to the downside, as that would likely put the NASDAQ below its blue box. And we'd look for a little bit of acceleration at that point. So it's going to be 5290 is our key level overall. Above that, and the bulls have a distinct advantage above this B wave high, and it's very likely we're on our way to 5360 to 5400. Below this B wave low here at 5208, and it's very likely we're going to come down and break this 5190 level and continue to the downside, and a little more aggressive selling back down toward this 5120 area would be our next support. So that's what we're looking at on the NASDAQ, or on the ES. Let's look at the NASDAQ. Okay, guys, so here we are on the NASDAQ 1 hour chart, and the NASDAQ also has a very nice bullish setup. They got their A, B out of the way early off of this wave 4 low. We have our A up, our B down, and then 1 of C to the upside, 2 of C, and then we would have a 1-2, 1-2 setup here and a breakout. And this does lead me to believe that if they are going to break out to the upside, it would be a more direct route on the ES. It is possible you get the spike up and that B wave pullback coincides with 4 here, but we would look for wave C of this move up to push to the 18,850 to 19,129 area overall. Not necessarily tomorrow, but in the next week or so, we would look for this to happen where the market continues up to new all-time highs. The NASDAQ does have to get through a very key area, this 18,557 to 18,625 area. If they get through that, it's very likely we're going to hit that 18,850 to 19,129 area. But as long as they're below that, the bears can still hold and push down. In that case, off of this A wave high here, you would have more of an A, B setup. As long as they can stay under this resistance zone here, all the way across is good resistance. As long as they can stay under that 18,557 area, you'd have an A, B, and then look for a pretty sharp C wave down that would break the blue box. Big warning sign to the bulls at that point that we've put in at least an intermediate top that would take us down a fair amount on the NASDAQ, and then we'll have to see what we get at the next support level from there. So key level on the NASDAQ is 18,557, 5290 on the ES. Those are the levels to watch. If they can get through those levels, then it does look like we would push to new all-time highs. Any rejection or down move that breaks down through the low from last week does lead to a likely accelerated selling event and a break of the blue box on the NASDAQ. So things to keep in mind as we move forward. Guys, if you love the information that I put out in these videos and you want real-time market updates from me, you need to check out investwithjacob.com. There's a link down in the description. Go ahead and click that link. It'll take you right over to the webpage. Once you're there, check out our membership plans area. We have 2 incredible monthly plans that both come with a 7-day free trial. Now, before I get into these, guys, we are running an incredible sale, and I have discounts on all of this due to the launch of our Advanced Elliott Wave course. It is live now, and we are giving $80 off of this course. So it's only $67 right now. You will not see that price again on this course. $80 off with the coupon code AEW2024. It is on your screen, so make sure you check that out. We also have $30 off of our Elliott Wave for Beginners course with the coupon code BEGINNER, and $80 off of our course bundle that makes it only $97, meaning you're getting the Advanced Elliott Wave course for effectively $30, which is an incredible deal here. $80 off of that with the coupon code EW Bundle. And you can see that on the screen here. So make sure you get the right coupon code for the discount. I'm going to bring over my test account so that you can see how to do that. Pick any of the courses you want. Get the course or join today. Either way, the coupon code you can put in there. You're going to scroll down all the way down under the password. It says have a coupon. Click that have a coupon button. Put the coupon code in. In this case, we'll put in beginner. This is Advanced Elliott Wave. AEW 2024. Coupon code applied successfully. You scroll back to the top and you can see the price is $67 with the coupon. You put in all your information, how you want to pay, and hit sign up. You'll enter your payment details on the next screen. So that's how you get signed up for it. Make sure you get that coupon code put in correctly. It does expire on Sunday. And we also have 15% off of our monthly rooms using the code SPRING15. So if you want to become a monthly member, you get all of this information for free. All of the training courses are included for free in our monthly rooms. We'll talk about that in just a bit. In the Advanced Elliott Wave course, we are going over the more complex structures in the market. We're talking about diagonals, flats, triangles, running flats, expanded, all the stuff that makes the market very complex and isn't straightforward. We go over how to chart that, how to understand it, how to measure it. You can see here we're doing ending diagonals. We go through a walkthrough of all the fibs. You'll see as I scroll through the video, the fibs will come up. You'll see the real live chart examples, so you can see how these look on a chart and what they look like and how to chart them, what your targets are. All of these things can help you understand these complex markets that make it incredibly difficult to know what's going on in the with these overlapping patterns. Now, as you can see on the screen, people are really loving this course, and it's helping them understand those complex patterns and how to use it and how to invest in them and how to trade them so that you can make money even when the market is sloppy like this. Now, if this is too advanced for you, or you're just now getting into Elliott Wave, we also have our Elliott Wave for Beginners online course. This course is helping real traders make real money and finally understand the market in a way that makes sense. If you want both of the courses because you're just getting started, the Elliott Wave bundle includes both courses at a steep discount if you use that discount code as well. But with the Elliott Wave for Beginners course, it can be very confusing when good news makes the market go down and bad news makes the market go up. And this is because Elliott knew that the news cycles were garbage and didn't matter, and that key levels did. And I gave you the key levels in the video today. We know what happens when those key levels hold and when they break, and when and what to do in those instances. This gives you a huge advantage over the rest of the market. The beginner's course is 25 videos in 3 parts. The introduction, where we go over the expectations, the mindset and emotion, the KISS method, and why it works. Your chart setup and tools, where you get all of the tools you need to use with Elliott Wave Theory, how to use them and why, as well as the Elliott Wave for Beginners online course, where I go through each of the waves, how they look, how to measure them, how to get their targets, how to understand when they're working, when they're failing, the corrective depth theory, the theory of alternation, all of the things you need to know to understand the market in a way that makes sense. The really cool part about both of these courses is that if you become a monthly member, they are included for free. In our first room, the Invest with Jacob room, you get all of my real-time market updates, all of my buy and sell alerts, all of your Elliott Wave questions answered, a midday video, which you can see an example of today. Go down and sign up for it right now. That link is in the description. In that midday video, we go over all the counts, answer all your questions. They've been about 45 minutes to an hour every day. They're very thorough and go through everything so that people can finally understand the market and learn how to trade and learn why and how the market works, learn market psychology, all of that stuff. We also have all of the training material we just spoke of. We trade the SPY and the QQQ, and we swing and day trade, which means we trade quite often in my room. If you're looking for futures trading, individual stocks, income trading, and advanced training, you need to check out PT's Throne Room. In there, you get everything you get in the Invest with Jacob room, as well as individual stocks, futures trading, income trading that's just crushing the market, and PT's reduced risk binary method that absolutely kills it. He gets you in at a cheap price and gets you big multiples on your money, and it's how he structures those trades. It's so unique, something you really have to see to understand, and that's another reason we give you that 7-day free trial. He also started a challenge account where he put $4,000 into an account trading mini ES futures, showing you how to build a small account into a large retirement or savings account. Guys, we love to have you in these rooms so we can all make money together. All right, the key takeaways for today. 52.90 to the upside. Above that, and then through this B wave high, we're looking at 53.60 to 5400. To the downside, they need to break last week's lows. If they break last week's lows, we should see accelerated selling to the downside. Over on the NASDAQ, looking for that C wave 3 to break, or that wave 3 of C to break out. Looking for over 18,557 as our confirmation. If they're through that, we would expect them to continue on to 18,850 to 19,129 over the next few days or so. If not, we would look for a failure down that breaks last week's lows, breaks the blue box, and sends a major warning to the bulls. Guys, that is your market update for today. I'll talk to you tomorrow.